This study vlog is going to look at chapter 28 into Kill A Mockingbird and the point where Bob Ewell attacks Scout and Jem. Now, we've been waiting for this moment. There's been a lot of hints that Bob Ewell's had a grudge against Atticus, and now finally we're going to see him act and seize this opportunity after the public pageant at the school when Jem and Scout are walking home alone. Now, there's the perfect build-up of tension here because initially Jem realises that they're being followed and thinks that it's Cecil Jacobs. He's a bit of a prankster. It's something he would do. And gradually the atmosphere becomes more and more tense as Jem realises that it's not Cecil Jacobs. Our company shuffled and dragged his feet, as if wearing heavy shoes. Whoever it was wore thick cotton pants. What I thought were trees rustling was the soft swish of cotton on cotton, weak with every step. Now, I think it's interesting that that imagery of the cotton pants, it really links to the poor people of the South, you know, and so at this point Scout doesn't realise who it is, but in our minds we're thinking it's going to be Bob Ewell because everything's pointing towards that. Finally they get to the tree and his trousers swished softly and steadily, then they stopped. He was running towards us with no child steps. "Run, Scout, run," Jem screamed. I took one giant step and found myself reeling, my arms useless in the dark. I could not keep my balance. Jem, help me, Jem." Something crushed the chicken wire around me. Metal zipped on metal, and I fell to the ground and rolled as far as I could, floundering to escape my wire prison. From somewhere nearby came scuffling, kicking sounds of shoes and flesh scraping dirt and roots. Someone rolled against me and I felt Jem. He was up like lightning and pulling me with him, but though my head and shoulders were free, I was so entangled we didn't get very far. We were nearly to the road when I felt Jem's hand leave me, felt him jerk backwards to the ground. More scuffling, then there came a dull crunching sound and Jem screamed. I ran in the direction of Jem's scream and sank into a flabby male stomach. Its owner said "uff" and tried to catch my arms, but they were tightly pinioned. His stomach was soft, but his arms were like steel. He slowly squeezed the breath out of me. I could not move. Suddenly he was jerked backwards and flung on the ground, almost carrying me with him. I thought Jem's up. Now at this point, someone has come in and taken Bob Ewell off Scout. It isn't Jem, because at this point Jem's lying on the floor with a broken arm, but Scout doesn't realise what's happening. One's mind works very slowly at times. Stunned, I stood there dumbly. The scuffling noises were dying. Someone wheezed and the night was still again. Still but for a man breathing heavily and staggering. I thought he went to the tree and leaned against it. He coughed violently, a sobbing, bone-shaking cough. "Jem?" There was no answer, but the man's heavy breathing. "Jem?" Jem didn't answer. The man began moving around as if searching for something. I heard him groan and pull something heavy along the ground. It was slowly coming to me that there were now 4 people under the tree. Now, the wonderful twist here is that Boo Radley, Arthur, is the one who's come to their rescue. He's observed them from a distance playing. He feels that he knows them from just watching them, and he tried to build a friendship with them by leaving them gifts in the tree, but his brother sealed it up with cement. And Arthur's the one who saves the day here. Jem's arm's broken, he's passed out on the ground. Scout's stuck in this ham costume. And he comes in and he saves them, and he shows huge courage in taking on Bob Ewell in doing this. So Scout sees a man walking with the staccato steps of someone carrying a load too heavy for him. He was carrying Jem. Jem's arm was dangling crazily in front of him. By the time I reached the corner, the man was crossing our front yard. Light from our front door framed Atticus for an instant. He ran down the steps, and together he and the man took Jem inside. And so Boo takes Jem inside the house. Aunt Alexandra phones for the doctor, and the children are safe. Atticus phones for the sheriff, ch28 as well. At this point, Scout still doesn't really know what's happening at all. Now, while Jem is being seen to by the doctor and put to sleep just to help him with the pain, ch28 goes around to investigate what's happened. ch28 comes into the room, Jem's asleep, Scout's there, Atticus is there, Aunt Alexandra's there, and the stranger, who is Boo Radley, is there as well in the corner. Heck announces to Atticus that Bob Ewell's lying on the ground under that tree down yonder with a kitchen knife stuck up under his ribs. He's dead, Mr. Finch.
Hit subscribe if you'd like to follow my vlog for more updates on teaching, reading and studying.